Tarzan and the Diamond of Asher. While attempting to steal the Father of Diamonds from the ceremonial hall of the Temple of Ha'achu, Tom and Larson see the fiery mask suspended above them and hear it prophesy their death. In fleeing from the guardian apes, they run into Tarzan and Darno, who are returning from a conference with Tira, queen of the Hesse Hair. Magra and Helen are taken to a secret chamber in the temple, where they find Brian Gregory in a helpless state of suspended animation. Later, Suten, king of Hesse Hair, informs Helen that she is to be the next queen of Asher, while Magra is to become the wife of Hakeru. Tarzan and his companions get the Father of Diamonds and return with it to Queen Tira, who sets them on their way through a secret passage to the room in which Helen and Magra are held. In this chamber, the four men, Magra and Helen, are surprised by the arrival of the Hesse-Herian guards.
Here they come, the Hesse-Herians.
Magra, Helen, behind that stone bench. Tom, Darno, Larson, here to the wall. Look out for those swords.
Ye, they've been wearing armor, chains.
Like a swarm of angry hornets, the Hesse-Herians crowd into the chamber. In an instant, the room is filled with fighting, struggling men. Closely packed, they are unable to use their bronze swords in war clubs. Tarzan grasps the foremost Hesse-Herian, lifts him high above his head, crashes him into the faces of his followers. They topple like straw before the storm, only to return in added numbers to swarm over the ape man and his companions like ants. Magra and Helen, protected by the stone seat, watch in terrified silence. They do not see several Hesse-Herians creeping along the wall on the outer fringe of the battle toward them until... Tarzan, his attack is concentrated, is covered by a crowd of struggling, clawing men. Larson, nearest of the four to Helen and Magra, turns at the scream. With a bellow of rage, he leaps over the stone bench, full on the back of the foremost Hesse-Herian. Tarzan, like an angered bull, pulls off the clutching hands of his attackers. Over his shoulder, he sees the guard behind Larson lift his bronze sword.
Now, Larson, behind you.
Larson tries to turn and throw himself aside. Too late. The heavy bronze sword plunges to the hilt in the loyal Swede's back. With a choking cry, Larson staggers forward, drops to hands and knees, slumps down at the feet of Helen Gregory. Dead.
Come, Kappa! Cease this fighting! Hakeru, in with thy men! Can Waki Fastu! Let the strangers arise. What is the meaning of this? How come ye here, Tarzan of the Apes?
We came for Magra and Helen. What else would bring us here?
And how came ye to this chamber?
From the ceremonial chamber, Sutenatef. We came across a corridor and stairs which led us to this room.
And did you know the women were here?
Not until we entered that door through which your majesty has just come.
No, Larson, no.
Why are the women unhappy? Why do they weep?
Because your men killed one of our friends, Larson.
There be none to weep for those of mine ye killed or maimed, and they be many. Thy friend shall be given burial fitting to a soldier. Thou, Hakeru, see to that.
Thy word, O Suten, is law.
And ye others shall be placed where ye can do no further harm.
The women, do they go with us?
Think ye so? Nay. They remain here. Hakeru, place the men in the chamber of Minot.
Tom, Dono, we're not leaving without Helen and Margaret.
Wait, Tarzan. Hakeru has just made me a sign. Wait, I say.
Go, Hakeru. Take these men under strong guard.
Hearing is obeying, O king. Come quietly, O Tarzan. It is better so.
Know ye, young women, the wedding ceremony taketh place with the rising of the next sun. Now but a short space of time hence. Slaves shall be sent to do thy bidding, and to prepare ye.
No, you...
Peace!
You're...
Hold thy tongue. I go now to make ready for our wedding.
Meanwhile, Tarzan, D'Arnot, and Tom are being led by Hakeru and a strong guard to a dark cavern-like dungeon far beneath the temple of Ma'achu.
I'd rather fight than be led like a dog on a leash, D'Arnot.
No, wait, Tarzan. Wow, see. And had it not been for Hakeru, I should have agreed with you up there in that room. But Hakeru made me a very peculiar sign.
Abu. Shemet Setu. Here is thy chamber, O Tarzan. It is the chamber of Minot, death. I like not to place thee here. I obey the king. The door may not be opened from within.
Yet there is a way out. I may not speak too long. There may be spies among my men. I shall return alone and show thee.
Where does it lead?
To death. For any other than thee. Enter and await my return.
Alors, mes amis, we are here. Nous sommes ici. Nom d'un nom, but this is a dark, dark hole.
Hakeru said this door could not be opened from within, but there must be a storm.
I'm afraid you won't find it, Tom. Hakeru would have no object in lying to me.
You are right, of course. I merely wish to satisfy myself. However, did I not hear him tell you there is another way out?
Yes, but he hadn't time to explain. Afraid of spies among his men.
But Tarzan, they could not have understood what he said.
That they might become suspicious if he carried on a lengthy conversation with Tarzan.
Exactly what he feared, Tom. He said he would come back and show us the way.
Providing his master, the king, has not become doubtful of his loyalty and given him other duties.
Mais pourquoi? Why do you say that,
Did
Tom?
you not notice how closely Suten regarded him when Hakeru told Tarzan it would be better that we followed him quietly? The look of misgiving was quite apparent to me.
I think you're right, Tom. I felt something like that when we went out.
Bien. We shall do without Monsieur Hakeru. If there is another door here, we shall find it. Strike another match, Tom. It is as black as pitch in here.
Tom, you and D'Arnot follow the wall that way. I'll go this way. We ought to meet opposite the door. If you find anything, call out.
Watch out for open pits in the floor.
It seems that our apartment is round or oval. The wall curves.
D'Arnot, Tom, come over here. What do you make of this?
What have you found, mon ami?
I don't know. This stone seems to be about opposite the door. Projects outward like a smooth, round boulder. What do you suppose it's here for?
Wait a moment. Strange. It has a high polish. Very smooth to the touch.
Parbleu! It is swinging back into the wall.
Probably the other opening Hakeru mentioned. Get down here, Tarzan, and look inside. It seems to be the opening to a low, almost round tunnel.
Meanwhile, several slave women are preparing Helen and Magra for the coming ceremony. They are bathed and anointed with strange scented oils, clothed in the short, white, sleeveless tunics worn by the Hesse-Herian women. Jewel-studded bands of beaten gold are fastened about their throats, arms, and ankles. Soft leather sandals cover their feet and are held in place by narrow, jeweled straps.
Well, if it weren't for the thought of what's before me, Margaret, I could almost admire myself in this costume.
There is not enough of it to call costume. If it were not for these heavy gold ornaments, I should be afraid
Of catching cold. Well, I hope they leave us a blanket or two. Oh, I wish I only knew what they'd done with Paul and Tarzan.
Yes. Tarzan is so brave, so strong. They cannot hold him or harm him as they did poor Larson.
Oh, Larson. Oh, it was terrible. Can't even bear to think about it. I'd rather it had been me. Oh, the horrible thought of spending the rest of my life with that savage.
Slaves have taken word to Suten that ye are prepared for the ceremony of Kashu, marriage. I am come, Helen, Gregory, and Magra, to escort ye to the audience chamber. The king and his council of 13 await ye there.
Oh, Hakeru, got to do something to stop this.
Oh, would that I could, Helen Gregory. But the new day hath come. It is the day of the unveiling of the father of diamonds, the day of thy marriage to Suten. Come, we may tarry no longer.
And Tarzan, Poldano, Atanton?
They cannot help ye. Come. It is written, and what is written will be.
In the chamber of death, far beneath the temple of Ma'achu, Tarzan, D'Arnot, and Tome crouch before the round, black opening which the moving stone has disclosed.
I'll go first, D'Arnot. You follow. Tome, you bring up the rear and stay close together. Akero said we might run into something unpleasant. Come on.
If anything, it is blacker than this cavern. Our mon ami, lead the way. We shall follow. Tom?
I am coming.
What is that?
The stone has rolled back into place behind me. We must go on.
Sacre Tarzan, did you hear that? What was it?
I don't know. We'll find out soon enough, though.
It seems to be getting a little lighter, Tarzan.
Yes, we're coming to the end.
And the tunnel is widening into a lighted chamber. Tunnel to breast! Look! There! In that room! Mon Dieu, Tarzan, it is...
It is a saber-toothed tiger!